Let's see, I think today we'll just cruise over to ArcCorp and talk about everything that's there with 3.0 coming out. I'm sure there's some new people that have not seen Star Citizen. So we'll start there and we'll go from there as far as what's going on. So when you first go into ArcCorp, this is what you see. You start off in this little airlock thing. So, I just disappeared. There's a lot of people that like to try and glitch through this and get out here to this freelancer, but I have yet to be able to actually do that. So the red door is the entrance from outside. The green door is the exit to outside. So Area 18, welcome, vessel inspection. So I assume this is where they are looking at your inside of your ship saying, hey, okay, you just landed, we're going to check it out and see if you have any contraband in it. They're not actually really doing anything, it's just an animation, something to look cool. So off to the left as you come out, you have weapons and ammo at Cubby Blast. To the right is a medical unit. That's just really something cool to look at for now. Over there is the equivalent of the stock exchange. So when cargo and mining and refining and all the other mechanics come out, I assume this will play a larger role. That is a really, really cool animation. You watch that for a long time. Over here at G-Lock, it's a bar. Currently can't do anything except go inside here and have a look around. I'm sure once player-to-player interactions come online, this can be a meeting place for a lot of people. But it's pretty cool looking in here, actually. I think they did a really good job. I like the view outside this window. This place right here, you can actually walk to that. There's no restrictions or glitching needed to get to that. You can see the little ships flying around, 350 up there flying in. So now if we go out the door here that we came in, let's have a look at so that's where we came out of, over there with the red and green. Let's go actually start over here. Let's go back to the medical area and we'll start there and just work our way around the main area. So, medical facility. I'm not sure if these are going to be active or not, if you could dispense medicine or something through there, like MediPens or something. Be nice if you had to refill your oxygen tanks every now and then. $40 pills. So this little emergency place here, I've seen people glitch through this before, but again, like the freelancer area where you spawn in, I have yet to be able to do that. It would be nice if you died somewhere near Crusader or something, you would spawn into this place and you'd actually come out through there. Or if you have to deal with the permadeath issue, it'd be nice if you actually spawned in to that location. Alright, so we're going to go through here to the stock exchange. Trade and Development Division, job well. The AC that you see is ArcCort. Well, I guess they don't believe in customer service. No one's on duty. So you can see that stocks are going up and down. You can see the stock ticker symbol, how much it's going up, how much it's going down. So you can hear them announcing jobs that are required, personnel that are required. I'm sure that'll play a role soon. Look at that. Beautiful constellation. You see all the different ships flying through. A couple 300s, Cutlass. So if we walk over here, I'm assuming that, this is just me and my assumption, that this little console here will allow you to accept jobs and trade goods. So soon we got some stuff coming online with 3.0 that with missions and such that I think that we're going to be able to do some stuff with this eventually. Looks like I have some flickering in my display. Just upgraded the NVIDIA driver for my video card and it's not behaving quite well, I think. So there again, that's where we came out. This is the stock exchange area here. We went into G-Lock. So let's cruise over this way to Kasaba. Kasaba is a clothing store. Now, there's two things you should know about clothing. One of which is you can wear clothing like this. Where if I zoom out a little bit, you can see. So you can pick a shirt, you can pick pants, shoes, a hat, all kinds of stuff. Now, that said, there's another type of clothing, like what that guy's wearing over there. Those are flight suits. We'll get to that in a little bit. So, a couple examples, a few mannequins, a couple shirts. This is Kasaba. Now, on another place that we're going to go to, which is Port Olisar, there will be another Kasaba. But this is like the main store, and the other stores are smaller in size and scope. But for right now, they carry exactly the same thing. So you've got all these different hats, and the way you purchase something in this game is you can try it on. So I can try it on. I don't like this one. This isn't a good one. So, but if I did find one I like maybe I like this yellow one. Try it on. Yeah, this one's good. So what I would do is I'd hover over it, use my mouse wheel, go down to buy, and it brings open this window. I want to equip it now. I can't deliver it to somewhere yet. I'm sure that's a feature they're going to install later. So I'm going to go ahead and equip it now. And I'm going to exit. So now when I look at my character, I have a yellow hat. Now, for a hat that you already own, such as, let's see, this one, you notice it doesn't say buy, it says equip. So I'm going to put my old hat back on. Now, if I go up to a hat I own, see it says unequip. So I'm going to unequip it, and now I'm bald. I have no hair. So I'm gonna put a hat back on. I don't want to get sunburned. Let's see here. Alright, I got my hat back. I had to buy it again for some reason. I'm not sure why. So down here, you have all kinds of different shirts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to purchase that shirt. I like that shirt. So I'm going to buy that shirt. And I'm going to equip it now. Now you can't see it because I'm wearing this zipped up jacket. So let's go get a different jacket. Let's do... Let's go up here and look at this rack up here. I think I'm going to do that one. So now you can see, because I got a jacket that's unzipped and a shirt, that now you can see the undershirt. So, and of course, it's the same thing with the shoes. You've got several different styles of shoes over here in the shoe area. So you have, you know, red and black, white and black, brown and black. Surprisingly, no, just black. You have like an olive green, a few different textures, I think. Like there's a smooth, and then there's this texture. You can see it here. If you look up close, there's like an octagonal pattern, like a snake scale. And then you have that one, which is kind of a fuzzy one. Same thing here. Little pattern there. So that one's smooth. So you get a few different options. And the nice thing about this game is when you really, really zoom up close to things. Let's see if I can do this. Like if I zoom in really close. If I zoom in super close, you can see the texture in the fabric. So here's a guy here who's decided not to wear a jacket. So if you open chat up, that's contacts. For some reason my chat's not opening, which doesn't surprise me at all. Oh, it is opening. I'm just silly. So if you type an emote like wave, you can see my guy waves. So we'll leave the chat window open for now. Generally, I won't leave it open because some people tend to be rather rude and salty. So this is Astro Armada. It's another really kind of cool place to look at. But if you walk by here, watch as we go over this water. You can see a reflection. It says Astro Armada upside down and backwards because it's a reflection. Super cool. So we'll go in here, check this out. I'm not sure Astro Armada, I don't think it's a ship manufacturer, but I think it's just more of a company that sells ships. So I haven't quite figured this place out in the year plus that I've been playing this game. That is an M50. Super, super, super fast ship. I think it was made primarily for racing. But you can actually purchase that ship. Now, ship purchases right now are basically really real money if you want to fly them in the universe. And think of it more as you're donating money to the development of something you think is pretty cool. and this is a contentious topic in a lot of circles. People have spent thousands upon thousands of dollars buying new ships, and some of them are a little salty because they haven't gotten as far in the game as these people think they should have gotten. Well, my take on it is it's a complicated game. It's a very, very complicated subject, and one that's kind of infused with a lot of emotion. So we'll save that for another day. But if you just take this ship and look at it and the detail that's on it, that's the same detail that you see in the universe when you get up close and personal with these things, with any ship. Hey, look, there's customer service. He looks a little bored. I swear he just yawned. Go get some coffee, dude. Go find your space barista. Get a space Starbucks or something. So, over here, just a couple posters. I mean, look at these plants. The detail's cool. I'm always amazed at the detail. Look at that thing. You can actually get on this ship later in the game when it's pushed along a little bit further. That thing is huge. That's small. That's massive. Alright, so let's have a look around in here. Now, I may be wrong on this one. Let me see if I can get an angle that's not reflecting. That, I think, is the... I think it's an 890 jump, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm not super ship savvy. Okay. So, let's go over to this area. This is Dumpers Depot. Currently, there's nothing to do in Dumpers Depot. But it is really cool to look at. So let's go inside Dumpers Depot. It's a salvage place. So if you're into the salvage mechanic, you know, this is going to be a really important place for you. We reuse and recycle everything. Or tearing apart a Hornet. Buy, sell, and trade. So I'm assuming based on the signage that's here, this is going to be more about what you salvage, and you can sell it for, you know, profit, or you can sell old equipment and they'll refurbish it and you can buy it. You can buy old equipment. Possibly it's an upgrade, but it may not be as good as new. But at least you'll be able to upgrade a little bit. Now, it's my understanding through the CIG website, which is Cloud Imperium Games, people who make this game, that the equipment is eventually going to wear out and break. So you can either probably sell it to this dude back here, or you can pay somebody to repair it or something. So Dumpers Depot is coming extremely soon, and I'm excited for that because I am going to pursue the salvage mechanic and the mining mechanic. So you can go back in these back areas and find stuff. Coming soon. Haha. So someone's gray cat overheated. Oh, it's an 890 jump? Thanks, Stoutman. I thought it was, but I wasn't 100% sure. And by the way, welcome to the chat. So if you guys type, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, I've got both chats up. So if you have any questions or you have any comments, please. I'm not a professional streamer. I'm just a couple of my people in my organization said, hey, you should stream what you do. So I'm just kind of dabbling in it, to be honest with you. So all these little back alleys you can go into, and once they have the player-to-player interactions set up, you'll be able to talk to players. You'll be able to actually, your webcam will track your face, and you'll be able to, instead of using basic emotes that you type in like I did when I waved to that other player, you'll be able to actually make the emotional reaction with your face, and it will display with your character. They call it FOIP, face over IP, which they claim is going to take a hit to your connection, but I'm sure it has some overhead involved. So we've gone through Kasaba, we went through G-Lock, we went through the stock exchange place. So we'll head over this way. All the signage here is really cool too. I think it's really amazing the detail they put in. So this is Cubby Blast, dealing in ammos and weapons since 2932. So in the Star Citizen world, they've been around for quite some time. You know, this sign here, it says try a rifle, pistol, or shotgun, and then shooting range available for test fire. I really hope that they put this in. Having a target practice range would be freaking amazing. I'd really like to see that actually implemented in the game, where maybe it's just like one of those little sub games where you've got the Vanduul cutouts that's, you know, kind of go across the screen like a police shooting gallery type thing, and you got to pick them off. You know, that would be fun. Or pirates even, you know, something. A shooting gallery would be super cool. So in Cubby Blast, you can see that they sell everything. You've got some missiles. You have got some stuff that's on the ground, which probably isn't good. But over here, you know, more missiles, different kind. Over here, you've got different kinds of weapons. You can see that energy weapons, energy shotgun, ballistic rifle. That's an arrowhead energy rifle. You see there's not a whole lot of variety. They tend to repeat. I'm assuming it's going to get some more weapons soon. I know that they're constantly working on adding assets to the game. So that's a ballistic one that actually fires a projectile. The energy ones, obviously, they're like little laser pew-pew guns. So those are your rifles and shotguns. Here are your handhelds. So Arclight energy pistol, ballistic pistol. Those are the only two currently available. So here they also sell armor. So you've got your different kinds of armor here. You have a light armor, a medium armor, and a heavy armor. We tested this in our org. The light armor, the medium armor, and the heavy armor, they do offer different levels of protection. They're just not kind of cool looking. We actually took time and shot each other to see how many shots it would take to kill somebody, not shooting them in an instantly lethal place. This is the pirate armor. Now this isn't all the pirate armor. There are a couple pieces of pirate armor that you can't get at ArcCorp. There's some things you cannot get at ArcCorp. You have to go to another location to get it. So an interesting thing in here is this head. This is supposed to be a Vanduul head. This is supposed to be the aggressive, mean, evil alien race. There's a couple alien races right now in the game, none of which we actually get to see yet. Now these are medipens. These are obviously like medical devices that you stab in your arm and it heals you. Now it does a full heal. Like if you get shot in the arm and you're bleeding out, you stab yourself with one of these and whoo, you're instantly good. I don't know if that's going to change or not. I kind of hope it does, because if you have a major injury, you know, stabbing yourself with a miracle pin shouldn't work. These are flight suits. These offer very little protection, but maximum mobility. So you've got a couple different varieties here. certain organizations use certain suits to say, hey, I'm part of this organization, therefore this is our uniform. So the organization I belong to does not have a uniform code. Pretty much wear what you want. So that's really most of ArcCorp, the major highlights of it. So it used to be that you would have to go back in this door, back to where we started, and you would have to go access a panel in here to get back to the game. And this whole room was super crowded with people coming and going. So they changed that. Now you have to go to the menu. And you just exit to the menu. So I think the next place we're going to go is actually to the hangar. The hangar is the most reliable place to actually outfit your ship. So there's a couple different hangars: the Industrial, the Revel in York, the Aeroview, and the Southland. So most people, when they start out, they're going to have the Southland. So we're going to go there. So this is a Southland hangar. You can see that there isn't a single ship in here. It's because it's a hangar I don't use very often. But so you see this little dot here? It says size 3 vehicle. So if I click that, we're going to click the Vendel Scythe. This is a ship you can basically buy, or you can win by completing Vanduul Swarm. Now, if you purchase the ship, you can fly it in the universe. If you win the ship, as I did, all you can do is look at it in the hangar and fly it inside of Arena Commander, which is like a simulator game. It's basically practicing. So, to get in a ship, they all enter a little differently, but when you find the point of entry, you'll get like this little tiny you'll get that. And each ship has a different animation for how you get in. So you can see that it's an alien ship. That's an alien interface, and then it's been modified for human use, so it translates everything, and there we go. So it's a pretty neat ship. I can't do anything with this ship here other than sit in it. And when the first part of the iteration of these games came out, this was all you could do, was get into a ship and look around at it. Okay, so now on here, if you look at it, you can see that it's got a Type 1 cooler. Changing the coolers right now doesn't do anything. Right here, you see a power plant, another power plant. This particular ship, you cannot change the weapons. What you see is what you get. So let's go to the main menu again. We're going to go to a different hangar. So let's go to the Aeroview hangar. Now there's different expansions for the hangars. So you can get a super wide hangar, or you can get a narrow hangar. Like this one here says vehicle size 1 to 2. This one says vehicle size 3. This one says 1 to 2. This one says 4. So we're going to pull in the constellation Andromeda. It's a big ship. It's not the biggest, but it's big. So this ship here, the Andromeda, is an exploration ship. This isn't the actual Andromeda, though. They're still working on it. But this is the largest ship I can fit in this hangar. Except for the Caterpillar, which is a little bit longer. So, to get in this one, it's actually kind of interesting. You have two options. You have this one, which if I can... You know, it's because I think I'm short. I can't reach the button. Okay, so this is the elevator for the humans. So, very cool, but I think this is the more cool option. Where is it? Okay, so you can see that this one comes with a snub fighter. Soon, this will detach and you'll be able to use it. You'll actually be able to go fight people. So we're going to go in the ship this way. Alright, so these are beds. Once the game is released, you'll need to have spawn points. Where you sleep is where you wake up. I mean, when you just simply put it that way, where you decide to lay your guy down for a sleepy time, that's where you're going to stay. That's when you're going to respawn. This is the cargo area. So this, you'll be able to put your cargo in here. We're going to open up this bay. All right. Well, this here is an airlock. It's quite a ways down. Yeah, see, it won't let you vent people. Where's the fun in that? Alright, so here is where you get into your ship. This currently cannot detach yet. But it will eventually drop out as a mode of defense. But this is all you get right now. It's kind of a work in progress. Now, I don't know if they're going to let you upgrade that ship. There's a couple snub fighters. There's the Archimedes, which is the upgraded version of that. Oops. What the heck is this thing doing? Okay, there we go. I got caught on something. Alright, so these are all modules. When the mechanic comes online for damage states, these will have a problem. Say you're in combat, you might blow out the avionics unit, and you might have to come over here and change out some modules before you can jump to the next location. On this side here, there's just a bunch of high voltage stuff, right? But that shield generation, oh, now if that one breaks, you might want to fix that quick. So you might have to come out here, fix one of the high voltage power supplies and the shield generator. Now, you can see that this one has a label and these don't. It's my understanding that eventually you'll be able to upgrade your ships, which means that once you upgrade it, maybe put a different module in here, maybe there's going to be a module for gravity or tractor beam or scanners. Well, that's when those probably get labels. So here you have missiles in racks. This thing can spam out missiles, all kinds of crazy. Well, I guess not the gravity generator. There it is. That one doesn't have a label though. So you got a couple racks of missiles. So it's not like the ship is defenseless. So we went through this room. These are all lockers. You'll eventually be able to store things in there. Everything from flight suits to weapons. Weapons will go there. Some seating. I want to say that's a bathroom that doesn't work yet. Those look like they're going to be medical things, but it's not done yet. Alright. There's access to the shield generator. More shield generation. Do not obstruct. It's the avionics. Medical stuff. Could be life support. Yep, life support. Okay, so these holes here are the turrets. This thing has some guns that are operated by people. Think Millennium Falcon. Let's get in one. Let's do that one. Be at the top. Okay, so here's the turret. I can't currently spin it around right now. I don't have my joysticks hooked up. So, and it doesn't let you do anything anyway. So, but on the other variants of this ship, you can actually spin these around. I'll call it in the universe. And we'll go to a location and I'll fire it up. So there's a top turret and a bottom turret. And when we go outside, we'll see those. So here, this one here is the pilot seat. That one's a pilot seat. And co-pilot. Oops. It says co-pilot. Now, my assumption would be one of these will end up being a navigator or a weapons officer or something. So if we sit down in the pilot seat, okay, so here you can see let's see if I can get this to work. It's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's probably because I'm in the hangar. So you can see that you have weapons in power distribution on the left, target information on the right. Up on the top from left to right, you have shields. In the middle, you have throttle, guns, or generators, I'm sorry. So it's throttle and power. And then on the right side, you have on the top of the display, it says EM899. That's electromagnetic signature. The bottom is IR. It's your IR signature. And that is basically how the radar is going to find you of an enemy ship or another ship, in fact. So the AMB is ambient. So basically, if you're just sitting still, not doing anything, this is your signature. So when stealth comes online, this will play a big role for the stealth fighters because you'll want to reduce your ambient and your emission as low as possible. Alright, so now let's use the elevator and get out of this thing for a second. Okay. So, that's the cargo. You look up there, you can see a big gun. Alright, so there's a gun there. You can see the turret on the bottom. So we can get over here real quick. And you can see the turret on the top. We'll go up higher and look. So those little between the upper and lower nacelle, you see those little bar things, right, with the orange lights on them. Those fold out, and those fire missiles. And you can fold those out and in too. Most of everything you can operate manually. Let's see here. Let's see if it has a spawn point for it. So all these points here are for different items. So if you click on it, you can add stuff. You can see that's attached to the Revel in York hangar, which is my preferred hangar. I'm looking for something. Yeah. So in my Revel in York hangar, I have a spawn point for this. This little bugger here is my Grey Cat. It's like a little vehicle to get around your hangar. Now, y'all don't laugh at me. I'm horrible driving this thing. I was hoping I could do this. I've never tried this before. You tell me I can't fit this little tiny vehicle in there? I think I'm getting high centered. It's kind of low. So we need to take it from this side. Yeah, I think you're right. It'd be great if it could. I've always wanted to try that. I just never have gotten around to it. Oh well, we'll put some hydraulics on it and call it good. We'll just bounce around. So, pretty cool ship. I like it. But that one's probably going to get sold for another ship. It's kind of the top view of it. You can see the two massive guns up there. The only thing I wish this ship did have that it does not is a big turret in the back. I don't know if that's because it has the drop fighter, or if it, or for some other reason. But I really wish it had a turret in the back. All right. Let's go to a different hangar. So this is the hangar I tend to use the most, which is the Revel in York. So here's my Gladius, my Saber, and a 350. Now the 350 isn't mine. I'm a subscriber, meaning I give CIG a certain amount of money every month, and this is what they give me. They give me a 300i or some other ship. But if you're just starting out, you'll probably start with one of these. In one of the game packages, this is the ship that you can get, which is an Aurora MR. So if you decide you want to pick up this game and play it, two things. There's a couple of ships you can get. You can get a Mustang, which I don't have, and you could get this ship. Now, I would suggest paying a little bit extra and getting the Squadron 42 to go along with it. And then later you can do a $5 upgrade and make this ship the LN variant, excuse me, which is the Legionnaire version. What you don't see on this ship is missiles, because it doesn't have any. Oh, yes it does. I'm sorry. But the Legionnaire offers some more options than this standard MR. I didn't think the MR had missiles, but I guess it does. So inside of this ship, it's kind of nice. It's a versatile ship. You have a bed in the back, so you have a spawn point. So your starter ship has a spawn point in it, which is important, especially going forward. So the MR, I think, is a good starter ship. It's easily destroyed, but it offers you some versatility. It lets you get around and lets you do a few things and not be completely defenseless. So when you sign up, if you sign up for Star Citizen, there's a referral code, and if you use that referral code, one, I'd much appreciate it, because it just says, hey, you were referred by Triton C2, and I really don't get a lot for it. Like, I think the first level of reward is like a gun or something. It's not that big of a deal, but if you use that code, what is a big deal is you get 5,000 credits to start with, and with those credits you can go buy guns for your person, for your character in PvP stuff, or you can buy guns for your ships, like for my favorite ship, which is the Saber. Now, on here, you can see these aren't the stock guns. You know, at this point, I don't even remember what the stock guns are. But I can click this, and these are all the guns that I can put on the ship. So I can put, oh, the Pyro Burst. That's the original. I'm not a fan of those. Like, I can change this gun out to a Pyro Burst. Or you can see what ships the guns are currently attached to as well. Or I can go down here and let's see. I could put a Tarantula on it, or a Panther, which is an energy gun. But I'm going to go back to my Mantis. I like the G20 Mantis. So this is one of my favorite ships. This is the one I fly most of the time when I'm out with my organization. This is a Gladius. Pretty cool ship. Not one of my favorites. Actually, I don't know how I got this ship. It just appeared in my account one day. I emailed CIG and said, hey, why do I have this ship? And they said, well, somebody bought it for you and gifted it to you. And so I don't know who did that. I still don't know who did it. So I can't even say thank you. But I like it. I mean, it looks neat. It flies well. But it's just not my favorite. So the last hangar is, I think, honestly the most, I kind of like it the most, but it's hard to work in. This hangar here is very industrial. This is what I picture a hangar at Grimhex to look like. Grimhex is a abandoned asteroid mining facility that was reclaimed by pirates. So if I were to put a ship here, and that's the thing, you can only put size 1 through 3 ships here. So I'll put one of my Hornets here. So this is an F-7C Hornet. The F-7 is just the Hornet. The C is, I believe it denotes military. So I don't have a gun on this on the front of this. So, you know, I could put any gun on here that I wanted to. I probably should outfit this one day, but I just don't fly the Hornet very often. But this hangar tends to be a little on the dark side. But I do really like how it looks. You know, Concerned Citizen, it does remind me of a Star Wars set. It's super cool. I really like it. But like I was saying, I can't fit a big ship in here. And that's my only problem with this, because I have the Andromeda, but I'm also planning on getting some larger ships, like the Reclaimer, the Crucible, the Orion. You know, one ship that you don't see in my menu list that I have are those, plus you don't see my Prospector, which is, you know, it's not in game yet, so, you know, I can't put it in here to even look at it or sit in it. So I don't even know if you're going to be able to put a ship like the Orion in here, because I don't even think you can land that ship. I think it was built in space and it stays in space. All right, so on these floor points, this is a floor point 5, so it takes a size 5 item. So if I click on here, you can see I've just put one of my hangar flares in here, which is a size 5 item. Doesn't even place it straight because it's kind of an industrial hangar. There's like, I'll just throw it here, it's all good. So I put this here, which is the display. And this is a hologram of Port Olisar, which is your main starting point in the game. And you can actually read the text about it. If I change this, I have a Stanton station. I don't know why it doesn't come up. Let's say Sol. Okay, so here's Icarus 1. And you can read about Icarus 1. Let's see. And here's another station, Volvier. So I'm assuming these stations are going to be in game. And here's the ICC probe. Now this one already exists. Olisar and the ICC probe already exist in game. So if you go to the ICC probe, you can actually get a lot of missions from Tessa Bannister. She sends you on about 9 different missions, and you get paid, I believe, 2,500 credits per mission. They basically want you to go and save a couple people that got in trouble, find out, you know, what happened to a couple ships that get destroyed by getting their beacons or black boxes. And then also, at the very end, you go to a really cool nebula looking thing. And if you look at my YouTube channel, you can see all all of the ICC missions done one by one. And the very last one, you're going into 2 wrecked Starfarer ships and reclaiming the black box data. So very cool. It's a great set of starting missions to get people acquainted with the game. So let's head to the main menu again. Okay, let's go back a second. So the universe is basically Crusader Area 18. You can see the background is Area 18. We were there at the very beginning of the stream. We just went through all the hangars. Crusader is the main universe where you can do stuff. Now, back here, there's Star Marine, which is a first-person shooter game. So you can go in there and practice your first-person shooter skills. And if you go into customization, you can see that you can either play elimination mode or last stand mode. And if it's last stand mode, you can be a Marine in light armor or heavy armor. Or you can be an outlaw, light armor, or dust-up armor. This is the armor I use in-game, inside the universe. You can pick your primary rifle as a ballistic gun or an energy rifle. Your secondary as an arc-light pistol. And your helmet, you can either go with a medium helmet or a light helmet. I prefer the medium. So here, you can change all your weapons. You can see them changing on the avatar. You only get 1 pistol. So, and then you can save that loadout. These are leaderboard control. You won't find me anywhere on here because I suck at PvP. But you can see that there's some people in here that are super good. Arena Commander is the same kind of thing, but in a ship. So let's go into the universe here, and we'll actually head to Crusader. Sometimes the game can take a little bit of time to load. A lot of people in the community are clamoring right now about 3.0's release because it adds so much to the game. So everybody's hoping that, oh, all the delays are, oh, it's 3.0 coming down. Eh, not yet. Still got to go to the Evocati test flight, which is a select few players that are super active on the issue forums and councils and that help squash bugs and identify bugs in the game. So they get to test it, try and break it. So what I came out of was the Easy Hab, which is basically a spawn point. It's a bed. So down here, if you remember ArcCorp and all the things that we went through in ArcCorp, you know, we had a Dumpers Depot. The difference is you can't open Dumpers Depot here. So that, I believe, is changing in 3.0. Remember me saying that Kasaba was the main store in ArcCorp? Well, here's the little tiny truck stop version. few things to get. You can get most everything here that was in the main store, but notice the shirt that I bought isn't here. There's a couple hats that aren't here too. Like, you don't see the yellow hat. It's not here. Some of the pants aren't here. Some of the shoes aren't here, like the olive green ones are not here. So there's a certain amount of things that you can and cannot get at ArcCorp at the stations, but you can get at the main facility. So if we cruise around this way, there's two more stores. This one here, which is live fire weapons. Kind of obvious what they have here. But if you notice, they have weapons, but they don't have them all. They have the pistols, but look, there's no... You don't see the energy shotgun. And you don't see the sniper rifle, the Arrowhead sniper rifle. You still can buy medi pins, but you can get those for free. I want to say that's a fidget spinner. Modern day fidget spinner. So if you go out here to these boxes and go up to them and you hit use, that just dispensed a medi pin for me for free. So unless there's something going on here that it just automatically debits your game account when you use these, I don't see anyone ever buying them from the store in there. Now, look at this graphic. It says spacesuits required. If you go outside in just a hat, a shirt, a jacket, and pants and shoes, you're gonna die. It's a vacuum. This right here, this little locker, you can see I just changed into my outfit here. Well, if I use it again, it's going to change me into my suit. So this is the suit I use. Let me spin around here. This is the dust up armor. You can't get this at ArcCorp. You can't get this at Stalazar. You have to get this at Grimhex. And we'll make our way over there. It's where the scum and villainy live. So this is an armor and flight suit dealer. You can see they don't deal in any pirate gear whatsoever. None. Alright, so that's pretty much the Olisar station.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Okay, so Port Olisar ship deck. What you can see up here is the Stanton system. That's the system we're in. So one of these is Crusader. One of them's probably Levski. You know, they're the different planets inside of the Star System universe. You see that orange triangle over here that says Public Enemy? That comes from this menu here. Press F1, you bring up your Mobi-Glass. Open up Missions. And it says Public Enemy. If I turn that off, see it went away. Public Enemy right now is Liquid Air. You can see it says Eliminate Public Enemy Liquid Air. So there's comm arrays, there's ICC assistance, which is the probe that we saw in the hangar, and then there's just repair comm arrays, guard security post outpost Korea, and then there's a PI mission. The PI mission is a great way to kind of get your feet wet in the game, as are comm arrays, because when you go in to fix a comm array, there's going to be a pirate or two, and you have to kill them in your ship, so it gives you kind of combat experience. So what we'll start off with is just grabbing a ship and getting in the verse. So you go up to these terminals, it'll say use, press F to use it, and you can pick a ship. Some people think I have a lot of ships. Some of the people I play with would easily be scrolling a lot longer than I am. So I'm going to grab my saber. I'm going to hit request ship, and the ship valet is going to go get it for me.
Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
Okay, so it says I'm on strut D, and it's pad 07. So to find this, you can see this sign over here. It says 0 through 4 to the right and 10 to the left. Well, on this side, it says 9 to the right, 0, 05 to 08 to the left. Well, we're 7, so we're going to go this way. Okay, 5 to 8 this way. Okay, I have my suit on. It's kind of a neat picture. So, press this button here, open the airlock. Pressurizes the airlock, then it opens the doors for us when it's ready. Okay, then we're going to hit this button. Oh no, I think I broke it. I think I broke the airlock. Let's try a different one. We'll go down this way. Uh-oh. Usually when things like this happen, it's because the server is about to crash. Let's have a look out here. That's a cutlass. See if we can get out of here. Oh, it's not even giving me the use button. Oh, that's no good. If you get hungry, there's noodles. At least give me the use button this time. Well, I think we're gonna have to reload. I swear I heard it beeping. I'm gonna walk away, it's gonna beep again, watch. Because, that's how my luck goes. Alright, so we're gonna reload. We're just gonna close this server instance out and we're gonna try a different one. Hey, if you're just joining the stream, thanks for stopping by. We're just kind of doing a tour of the universe and showing the new people that might come on in 3.0 what there is to do and how to get around. Oh, well, this is interesting. Oh, it's angry. It just crashed, guys. Kind of saw that one coming, didn't we? Alright, let's relaunch real quick. Hopefully it's not going to be... Well, that's the first time I've been streaming since... Oh, for a while now, and it hasn't really crashed. Alright. So let's try this again. We'll go into the universe, we'll go to Crusader, And we're going to pick USA. Oh yeah, they're having issues on the other side here, I think. So we'll sit and wait for a little while. So the plan is when 3.0 goes to the Evocati, which I'm hoping will be this week, but could possibly be next week. What I'm hoping for is that it does hit them, and if that is the case, what I plan on doing is giving away a starter package with Squadron 42. So I'll have more information on that soon, but I think I'll give away a starter package to a new player that is interested in the game. Oh yeah, it's having issues. Who knows? Maybe they're pushing something down. Either that or they're just having problems. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, I can see that we're having lots of fun today. It's giving me no love. Zero love. Let's see, we'll try something else here. Oh, it's not going to let you pick a spaceport now. Dude, it's super angry. So if you're just joining the stream and you're interested, it'd be nice if you could follow. I'm trying to hit a goal of 10 followers in the month of October. It's kind of a low bar goal, but to be truthful, I'm just started streaming. So starting small, working my way up. But if I can get this thing to load, we can actually go do something in the verse. It's been a bit of a turd now. At least we can listen to some nice music while we wait. I wonder if I can get into the hangar. Nope, it's not letting me do anything. Ah! There we go. we got that working. Alright. So we got that working now. Back in our Easy Hab, where we left off. Let's head down and get our saber again. We'll finish our tour of the universe.
Welcome to the Port Olisar ship deck. Please press the screen to continue.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
So we're at 8, but you notice we're on strut A now. So we're going to go here. Alright, so that's depressurizing the airlock. Now we can go out. To the right is 8. We're going to go up the ramp here. And there's our saber. So we'll jump inside. Now there's a lot of different control methods for the ships. Some people use mouse keyboard, some people use a HOTAS system, which is a throttle and a joystick, and they might add pedals in there. I use 2 joysticks. I use, in particular, 2 Thrustmaster T16000M joysticks because they have a twist motion.
Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
So here, remember the constellation that we had inside my hangar? Here is one flying around. So my twist allows me to go up, to go down, and that's my left stick. Now, if I use my right stick twist, I roll one way, I roll the other way. But my left stick is actually my throttle. So you can see me going forward here. And this is Port Olisar. Alright, so we're going to pull up our Mobi-Glass, pressing F1, and then we are going to do an ICC mission. So it gives us this little reticle right here, which is report to probe. We want to line up on that. So we line up on that. If you press B, it brings up your star map or your quantum map options. So a blue circle means that you can actually jump to it. Now if I go over here to the security post Korea, it's orange. It's blocked. You can see it says obstructed blinking. So, but that's not where we're going. Notice also that the probe has this little upside down triangle thing around. That's your selected mission. If you have a selected mission, it'll have that. And now this one here, Comma Ray 126, is just a diamond, showing that it is a location. So we line up on it, and it goes blue. Then we hit F, and that engages the quantum drive. And we'll do one of these missions, just so you can see how it works. Then we'll go and look at some of the other locations in the game.
Yes, sir,
You can see that people are fighting here.
Come in, random ship.
Orange people,
Hi. Welcome
If they're orange,
Second-class junior cartographer
they're
Tess
hostile.
Bannister reporting in.
or they have a
I'm the eye
criminal
behind
status.
The ICC scan probes in the area. What these little guys see, I see. Which, yes, means I can totally see you. Right now. Anyway, there was actually a reason to why I commed. I'm sort of not allowed to leave my post. Important jump point scanning and all. So, I was hoping you might be able to help me with something. If you have a second, could you check out these coordinates? Scans are saying something's there, but can't ID it.
It doesn't say that one of these guys is the public enemy, so we're just going to skip them and let them do their thing. So you can see it says unidentified signal. So we're going to go there
Quantum travel.
and let these guys fight it out. Doesn't involve us. And since I'm not getting paid to kill them, I'm not going to waste my time or energy on them.
Quantum travel. Complete.
Okay, so if you
Ready. Flare. Ready.
if you see that blinky dot, that's a distress beacon. So there's a guy there. He's green, so he's supposed to be nice. That doesn't mean much, because if he decides that he's camping here waiting for someone to show up and decides he wants to shoot, well, we shoot back. So we'll see what's going on here. He's in a Hornet, and he's a little damaged in the tail. So there's another guy. He's in an Aurora.
This ain't your business.
Okay. So there's our guy right there that is gonna shoot at us.
You take your jobs a lot more seriously than I would have thought. Pity.
Shield. Contact. Shield.
Big mistake.
So that's one way of approaching it. The other one is a missile. Once we get a missile lock on him, we can fire our missile.
You had your chance to run. You didn't.
So somebody else is shooting at me.
Missile. Shields recharging.
So we're gonna get rid of him.
Shields recharging. Kill.
Oh, you messed up now, Scav.
Missile. Locked. Shields recharging. Missile prime.
Hold still.
Kill. Shields recharging.
This is a Ninetales Aurora, so I was saying earlier, if you start the game, this is probably a good ship to start with.
Throwing down against Ninetales is never a good idea. I'm gonna show you why.
These things tend to be pretty easy kills.
You're dead. God, I love it when people try to be heroes.
The pips on this are off a little bit,
Kill.
but that doesn't mean you can't adjust for it. So there's our distress beacon. We end up having to kill 3 pirates. As each person jumps into the system here where this is at, it tends to spawn another pirate. So 3 people probably jumped in or got in that zone where the game spawns somebody, and it caused another pirate to spawn. So you hear that beeping, that's our probe. So we got a Hornet here. The thing is, some people will camp here at these things, and they'll kill you as you come in. So you just want to make sure that no one's going to kill you. So if I see another ship here, I tend to look around to see. Okay, so he got in his ship. And we'll see if he leaves. If he leaves, that's fine. So he left. So we'll pull in. So because I'm in my spacesuit, I can get out of my ship. I don't know why the saber in particular throws you when you get out. Oop, smashed into it pretty hard. There it is.
Hey, Jenny, think you could head on back and whip us up a cup of something hot? I'm about to pass out. Got a contact. Multiples. Let's see what the ridges say. Not coming up. Forget the drink. I need you on shield now!
Okay, so that is a basic ICC mission.
Tessa here. Appreciate you looking into that scan for me.
Activated.
Between me and you, I had been hoping we might
Systems
discover a new
green.
rifle. Like a
Proximity
sentient
alert
rock or
overhead.
something.
Proximity
But
alert.
what you found
Starboard.
was pretty neat too.
Proximity alert aft. Proximity alert port.
Alright, so that was an ICC mission. But, no, we didn't get beat up. No, much at all, really. But, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a Cryastro station. Cryastro is
Quantum travel.
a place where you go to refuel, repair, and basically fix your ship. There's 2 types of fuel. There's quantum fuel, there's boost fuel. I'm using quantum fuel now. So I'm down to 77%.
Quantum travel complete.
So this is a Cryastro. So when you come in, it might be like this. It could be like this. You know, you could come in from the backside where you see those tubes. You could come in there to where you're on that side.
Welcome to Cryastro Station. What can we do for you today? Cryastro only carries the most trusted brands in ammunition and ordnance. Would you like to restock your ammo?
Chaff ready.
Alright, so I'm going to drop my landing gear by pressing N. There's 2 ways to land. One way is to just bring it in and just drop it down with, you know, just manually,
Landing request approved.
which is like this. A little laggy today. Oh,
Landing complete.
a little rough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to repair, click those. I'm not going to restock.
Let's fix you up.
So you can see me floating here on the pad. Here comes the repair drones.
Power up.
You see that? Fixing up my ship. Then you can see the quantum fuel
The team at
right there.
Astro thanks you.
Now I'm
Hope
full.
to see you soon.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off now.
Complete.
Now, let me back up. Okay, so you see that's the pad they want me to land on, the one with the vertical line coming out of it. So I'm going to come in. This is the other way to land. I'm going to come in. You hear the beeping getting faster.
Landing request approved.
And now it's solid, right? So I'm going to hold N down.
AP activated.
And that's AP, which is autopilot. It's going to drop me down to a nice soft landing.
Landing complete.
And then I'm going to go ahead and restock the rest of the stuff.
Stand by.
You saw how much my restock fee was, right? It's like 2,300 credits. Well, 2,300 credits was more than I got paid for that mission. Plus, I did the other stuff beforehand. So I lost money on this mission.
Launch complete. Landing gear retracted.
So, ballistics, one, they're good at short range. Two, they're expensive. So, a lot of people run energy loadouts so they can just spray and pray, which is just hold the trigger down and go. Alright, so we're going to pull up the mission again. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to go to another location, which is Covalex. So Covalex is where you do the PI mission.
Quantum travel initiated.
So in the PI mission, what happens there is you get to learn
Quantum travel.
basically how to move around. There's always someone here. Devil Doc.
This Covalex shipping hub is currently closed to the public. We apologize for the inconvenience.
So Devil Doc here is probably running the PI mission. We're not going to go in there. But this is Covalex shipping hub. What happened here?
Warning. You are trespassing on Covalex private property.
So what happened to Covalex is there was an explosion and everybody died. The PI mission, oh, I know what these guys are doing. The PI mission basically is the lady's husband wants to know if it was her fault, if it was her husband's fault or not. And it's your job to figure it out. There's two ways this mission can end, with you basically getting basic information, she pays you money, and off you go. The other instance is you showing her husband is innocent, and then you get the normal payout plus a little bit more. Let's tell this guy we're not hostile. So,
Flare ready. Chaff ready.
So, your job is to just look inside of here and find information and clues that proves her husband is innocent of causing the death of all the people at the Covalex shipping hub. It's pretty simple mission, and it gives you $1,000 or 1,000 credits if you prove his innocence. So that's the Covalex PI mission. I'll let you guys, if you've not done it before, give that a go, because it's actually kind of fun to find the additional data pads. And there's thousands of people that have gone through the walkthrough. All right, so let's go to another interesting place, which is Security Outpost Korea.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yeah, there is no up or down in space. That's true. It's just whichever way you're facing. Although it's funny because everybody tends to align themselves like, oh, look, I want Korea to look like this. This is up to me. Well, up may be that. Up could be that. Up could be that. The only way to tell if there's up or down is if there's gravity. And when you're in Korea, this is up when you're inside. Now, if they kill gravity, well, you know, that's something different, right? So this is Security Outpost Korea. This is a non-armistice zone, meaning weapons work. This is where a lot of people do PvP in ships and on foot before Star Marine came out. This is where people would do all of their PvP stuff. It's kind of a super small map. And it's not the most fantastic place to do PvP, but you know, when you didn't have a choice, that's where they went. PvP is cut down significantly since Star Marine came out, so it's not so bad coming here anymore. But if you get a criminal stat, if you get a crime stat attached to you, this is where you have to go to clear that crime stat. Inside there's terminals that you have to hack to access the database. And you can see this ship right here is looking at me. He's trying to decide if he wants to shoot me or not. So that's where you'll go to clear your crime stat. These guys may all be together doing something. That Rennie Din Din guy was in another server shooting at people. So he's likely just gonna be hostile. So the next place we're gonna go to is Yela.
Quantum travel initiated.
Yela has some significance beyond just being a planet. So some people call it Yela, some people call it Yela. Either way, you know, it's a place. So if you just boost in here, just jumping in from like Olisar or something like that, you're gonna see a couple Starfarers in front of you. Now, because I came from Korea, I don't think I'll see those Starfarers. So, you know,
Ready. Jav ready.
what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna jump back to Olisar. So let's jump back to Olisar.
Initiated.
And then we're going to flip it around.
Quantum travel complete.
So we're going to go back to Yela now. So we can get properly aligned here. Let's see here. Public enemy is at Yela.
Quantum travel
Well,
initiated.
not specifically at Yela, but...
Quantum travel
Okay,
complete.
so if I boost straight into here, eventually what we're going to see is we're going to see a couple wrecked Starfarers. Okay. So over here, You see it says Misk Starfarer on my bottom MFD. So there you can see my MFDs, right? So it says Misk Starfarer. So that is actually the last mission for the ICC chain. That's where you'll go find the black box stuff and get paid. But what we're going to do is we are going to do what's called a blind jump.
Quantum travel.
And that's just not having a set stopping point. Now, if you let this go for too long, you'll run into the barrier and you'll die.
Quantum travel. Complete.
So we're going to spin around and we're going to go back to yellow.
Quantum travel. Initiate.
And what we're doing is we're going to a location called Grimhex.
Quantum travel. Complete.
And Grimhex is right over here. And it's no surprise that the Public Enemy is there as well. Because if you're criminal, if you have a criminal stat, this is where you spawn in. You spawn in at Grimhex. So we're going to go here. And this is where you find all of your criminals. And we'll go through all the stores here too. So you can see what's here versus what's at Olisar and what's at Area 18. And yes, it does take a while to get there. So if you're joining the stream and you haven't subscribed or followed, that would be great if you could. I'm just trying to reach a follower goal of 10 people this month. And if we can reach that goal, and if there's new people that have never played Star Citizen, I plan on giving away a game package as 3.0 drops. So all the new subscribers in the month of October will be eligible for a free game package to start in Star Citizen at 3.0. There'll be a lot of new stuff in 3.0 for both old people and that have been playing for a while and the new people. They'll get to start off when there's actually some really good content coming. So the way you know that you're on the right track to get to Grimhex is you'll start to see these cables that are holding all the asteroids together. And because there's other clusters that look just like this one. And so it's easy to pick the wrong one. Hopefully I didn't pick the wrong one. Oh, nope, I see it. Okay, so right there you can see the cable. There's another cable right there. And then right in the center here, that little flat spot, that is a landing pad. The trick here is this is an open an open area, and there is no armistice zone here, meaning that people will kill you as you land and then take your ship.
Landing gear deployed.
So we're just gonna drop it down right here. You can see it says Hex. Originally it was a mining facility that had an accident, and the pirates moved in and made it their own. So we're just going to do a manual landing.
Landing complete.
We get out of our ship. 1, 2, 3 is your weapons. It would be smart to pull your weapon here. Get in, shut the door as quick as possible. Because as soon as the door's shut, you're in the armistice zone. Alright. So this is Grim Hex. We're on the second floor of Grim Hex right now. So inside of here, if you go this way, you look up here, just departures, yellow, trajectory maps, and kind of neat stuff. Down here, there's just another airlock. That airlock goes out the back way to yellow. That is a pad that has no gravity, so landing on it's a bit of a pain, but you can still land on it. Over here are the elevators down to the main area. These terminals are where you get ships, just like in Olisar when you call a ship. So we'll call the lift, go in here, and we'll go down to what they call the core. So down, 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 down we go. Okay, so this is the main level. As you come out, on the left there's the bar. You know, pirates like to drink too. Apparently nobody's here at the bar. So you can go out the back way here, or the way we came in here. Alright, so up there and there are the easy habs, which is where you'll spawn in if you have a criminal stat. So let's go up there first. So this is where you spawn in. Apparently there's a crime scene there. Alright, so you see that all kinds of problems have happened that they've decided to solve with their gun. So in Pod A, you'll find this. There's a pseudo mission here where you have to find Bennyhenge. There's a guy stealing all the Big Benny's noodle machines. And it eventually will bring you to this location. And then there's this pad, this data pad here, that you could grab and learn a little bit more. You can see this guy has a rather unhealthy obsession with Big Benny noodles. Okay. So, as you spawn in, you'll go out this way. Now, down here on this landing, let's start this way. Uh-oh. I hope it's just a lag. Or if it's gonna crash. Oh, it twitched. Come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't crash. I think it's gonna crash. Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, it recovered. So you go through that door, and you go through this door. Now, off to the left, it'll take you somewhere, but we're more interested in this way. This is the armory. So you saw that outfit at Area 18. You saw that outfit at Area 18 and that one. The ones you didn't see were this one, which is the Calico light armor, and that one, which is the dust up medium armor. That's the one I prefer. Now, what you also didn't see at Port Olisar was the Devastator shotgun and the sniper rifle. So there's things that you can only get here at Grim. And this dude's nifty t-shirt. Wrong exit. Alright. So now let's go this way. You can see the core. Now there's a place that you can explore in Grim Hex that will let you go down into those areas. I'm not sure what these terminals are going to be for, or if they are going to be for anything at all. I'm not sure. So if you go this way, you go back in here, right? Okay. So now let's go down. So if we follow this back here, this is the clothing store. So here you can get some pretty wicked clothing. I personally think the clothing here is better. So you can get bandanas of all different kinds. You can get different hats. I personally think that one's cool. And then you've got different shirts. So there's all kinds of different stuff here. Every time I see that shirt that says Lies, I can't help but think of No Man's Sky. I know it sounds horrible, but... So then over here you got boots. Not very many variety of choice there, but you got this dude here. So obviously been having a good time. Different jackets. Lots of different kinds of jackets. So, you know, get your standard stuff. So we went to the armory and we went to the clothing store. This place doesn't have a Dumpers Depot or anything like that. So that is, you know, it's pretty much it. Oh, there went a dude. So he had a red name above him, indicating that he is a criminal. So down this road here, it's really not much. So if you go through this airlock here, it takes you to the area where you can go into the core and go snoop around in there. There's a few people, like a gentleman by the name of Sonic Temples, who does a lot of in-game filming, and he goes down that way and does it. So that other door to the bar, that's where it goes out. That big clunk you just heard was the elevator going up to the ship deck. Alright, so that is Grim Hex. So if you're a criminal, this is where you come. Or if you just want to get some cool clothes, or you want to pick up the shotgun, or you want to pick up the sniper rifle or any of those weapons, this is where you get it. Well, you can get the weapons at Area 18 as well. You just can't get the armor at Area 18, and you can't get some of the clothes there. Well, all of those clothes you won't find at Kasaba's, at any of the locations. They're Grim Hex only. Just like the Dust Up and the Calico, it's Grim Hex only. Alright, so nobody stole my saber, which is somewhat amazing in its own right. So let's actually pull up let's see here. Let's pull up this ship.
Selection confirmed. Your ship is currently being delivered to the launch platform.
So AO2.
Pressurizing. Please stand by. Depressurization complete.
So this is the Aegis Retaliator. This is a torpedo boat. This thing's sole purpose is to destroy big ships. We'll do a tour of it once we get out of here. Because this thing is a giant sitting duck here.
Aegis Combat Assist activated. Launch complete. Systems green. Landing request approved. Launch complete. Landing complete. Landing gear retracted.
So you can see how big this thing is. And it's not real clever or really fast. So you can see it. And there's Grim Hex behind us. So you can see that this ship here has 2 turrets in the back, a turret in the bottom in the back, so that's 3 already. Has a turret under its nose, and has a turret above it. It's a lot of damn turrets. But it's not just that. That's not all it's got. Let's do this. Okay. So we're cruising through space right now, off into La La Land, right? Let's put our gun away. Hopefully we're the only one on board. Alright, so let's go to the upper deck. So, the upper deck. Mind your head. It's got some beds. Spawn points. Okay. So let's get in the upper turret. So this is the upper turret. So if that were a ship over there, could do that. Okay. So down we go. And then there's the lower turret, which is down here. But we just saw the turret, so that's not a big deal. Alright, so back on this side. This is the captain's quarters. Not much of a captain's quarters, if you ask me. Looks like a floating lightsaber. Alright. So let's go this way. These are the torpedoes. Clear sky. Size 9 torpedoes. They're big. And they kill just about anything in one shot. So let's go inside the bay door here. So just to give you an idea. So just to give you an idea how big these things are. I think there's a door in the way. Yeah. So that gives you an idea how big they are. They're pretty big. I can't even get the whole torpedo in. So that's an airlock to get out. That's an elevator. That's an elevator. So let's go this way. So again, modules that need to be repaired. This is torpedo bay number 2. This is a rear turret. If you go this way, this takes you to one of the upper turrets. So you can see that's the front of the ship. That's the direction we're traveling, right? The other turret's over there. There's yellow back there. You see how it went over? It's going over the ship. It will not let you shoot the ship. Alright, so that's this ship. So those are the 2 rear turrets on the top. There's a turret on the bottom too, which is this one. Yeah, sorry. There we go. So you can see the nacelles are upside down. I'm, upside down right now on the turret. That doesn't mean that there is a right side up or... so you can see. I've only got one gun on here for some reason. Why that is, I don't know. Alright. You see it flips me around 180 degrees, head over heels. Oh no, it booted me out. That does happen. So, when that happens, you're pretty much left behind. It is a known problem, and it's a turret glitch. So where I'll spawn now is in a bed at Port Olisar. And my ship is floating off into nowhere. Is it going to load, or is it just going to stay black screen? Listen to some music while we wait. Alright guys, I think I'm going to have to end the stream here because, well, Star Citizen is not cooperating really well. So, alright, well I'll be back on later tonight with some other people. So, I hope everybody that was able to come and look at stuff and follow me around the universe had a good time. And I'll jump back in around probably closer to 7 tonight, and we'll probably go from there and see what's happening. So if you haven't followed me yet, you can follow me on Discord, follow me at on YouTube, or you can follow me on Twitter as well. And I send Twitter messages out right before I go live. So all right, well everybody have a great time, and hopefully you'll stop by tonight at 7. Thanks.